Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's look at the news in Global, news in JP, and then we'll talk about the live stream last night for the JP version. But here in Global first, let's go to the news. I guess we can go from the top, but new vision cards, and all of these four are pretty good. There is the two-headed dragon. The personal ability will be dark attack up, and then party ability will be damage limit up. This is good for raids when you are making chains. You might hit that 9999 ceiling, but if you have this card equipped and you have leveled it up a little bit, you can get up to 10,000, 11,000 damage, so it can be nice for raids. And then it comes with the Esper two-headed dragon. He is really good at just attack, so straight attack up, slash attack, Dark Slayer, and a lot of accuracy actually, but very little resistances and evade and stuff like that. So it's a good Esper. I use it all the time, and then for all the raids with light element bosses, which there are a lot, this card is useful. Okay, next MR card. Personal ability is casting time reduced. I like this one too. I use this a lot. There's an SR card with Vineta, which will give your entire party the casting time reduced. But if you only need it for one character, this can be good, and it will give everybody magic up, so that's nice. And the perks of having Charm. This is a limited time card in JP, I think. But personal ability, damage limit up again. This will only work on the character that is using it, so if you have a chain finisher, you can put this card on them. And then Light Eater up for the party. This could be good for a Drain Force party, especially Stern if they want to go after light element characters. And then this one here, this might be the most important card, but personal ability slash attack up. Lots of characters can take advantage of that, including Vineta. And then party ability is evasion up, and this is the second vision card, which will give your entire party evasion up. So if you wanted to make an evasion team, but you haven't pulled Shiva yet, then you can use this card, and that would be fine. You won't get as much evasion up, but this might be the better card for the evasion team anyway, because it has a much higher attack stat, which most evade units want, so yeah. Okay, new boss fight there. And White Marshmallow Raid is here, very cool. Okay, and then login bonuses. And there will be a total of, 10,000 Lapis? So that's very cool. There's nothing I'm really going to use it on at the moment. I'm not going to pull for Warrior of Light. I'm going to skip a bunch of banners, including Final Fantasy Tactics, the second part. Irudita might be the next one that I would pull for, so I'll just hang on to it, I guess. Maybe be more aggressive about buying shards for Kiton and Jiza, maybe, but yeah, I'll think about it. Okay, and the White Marshmallow Raid. I talked about this in a previous video where I kind of previewed the first 5 JP raids. But you want either Dark Slash attackers or Dark Strike attackers. I have my team ready. It's Gathgarion, Shadow Lynx, Jiza. She'll have the Thief subjob, so she can use Snipe Dagger. And then the 4th, maybe I'll use Ayaka or somebody to cast haste on my guys. Or I could use, I don't know, just some random attacker to get rid of the other little guys in the mission. But yeah, I'll go as far as I can with my own team there. Okay, and then more story. I really love Orodoa, this weird peacock-haired character. Let me know what you think of her. I think she's awesome. Really like her voice actress as well. And then Final Fantasy I is coming at the end of the month. Before that time comes, I'll do the best review I can of Warrior of Light. I don't have any hands-on experience, but I fought against him a lot, so I can talk about it from that point of view. And then from this time, I guess there will be the 100 free pulls, so that will be nice. But with the Final Fantasy I event coming soon, there might be a raid there as well. So to have 2 raids within a 1-month time period might be tiring. So for this White Marshmallow raid, I'm probably not going to go too hard. I'll go as far as I can with my own solo team. hopefully get all the rainbow materials, and then maybe make one platinum robe. I don't know if I'm even going to make that. But I'm going to save all of my real-life energy for the Final Fantasy I raid, because I want that Armor of Light. That'll be good for Dario, who I want to get and build. Okay, next let's look at the news in JP. Okay, here we are in JP, and that's convenient. Ododoa is on my home screen. But let's look through the news here. I guess we'll go from the top. New vision cards coming this week. UR card. Personal ability will be raise resistance to area of effect attacks. That's been a popular thing lately. That'll be good for the current arena map as well. And then party ability is raise the party's max HP, and then also give ice resistance. So that's an interesting party ability. I think that's the first time that we've gotten that. And then MR is Chocobo, just plain old Chocobo. But you also get the Esper if you get the card. Personal ability is defense up. Party ability is agility up. This is going to be the first vision card since the Ramza one from Final Fantasy Tactics, the first collaboration, to give agility to your entire party. So this could be a really good one. And then I don't usually talk about the summon skill, but this one looks good too. Let's see, restore HP, restore some status effects, and then also buff the defense and agility of whomever is in there, so that's pretty darn good. Okay, next. Final Fantasy IV collaboration. This is crazy. I made my Final Fantasy tier list video. I might put a link to that in the notes. But Final Fantasy IV is one of the perfect Final Fantasies, in my opinion. Love this game to death. Very excited about this collaboration. And then the first part, which will start tomorrow, you can pull Cecil. And main job is Moon Knight. Sub-jobs are Soldier and Monk. The Soldier sub-job is very interesting because that might give him Drain Force. And then he would be the first light character to have Drain Force. And then also he might be the character with the highest HP to get Drain Force. So yeah. Good timing there with the video that I made a couple of days ago. I think I'm going to skip this guy. It's kind of tempting because he is the first light character with Drain Force, but I don't love the attack that much that I'm going to go chase a limited character for it. But yeah, he's got some ranged AoE attacks. I hope he's a really good attacker, like more than Engelbert or Warrior of Light. And then he has kind of a gives barrier to teammates. That's kind of similar to like his cover ability that he has in the game, so yeah. And then limited time hard quest, vision ore consumption bonus, Chocobo expedition medals, okay. And moving on down, a free 10-shot, guaranteed UR, that is nice. And more news on Final Fantasy IV. And this is the announcement for the live stream, which will help me segue into that very naturally. Okay, next, let's talk about the roadmap that they showed at the live stream last night. These are things that went into effect in July. We can get badges, it's like nicknames that you can attach to your account, and then practice matches in the guild battle against defense teams in your own guild. And for raids, you can set a password to your room, and then you can stock up appearances of the raid. So you can just set like an auto farm, go overnight, and then have a bunch of raid appearances when you wake up. What's funny is that this update is in the game now, but there hasn't been a raid since it was implemented, so nobody's gotten to use this yet. And then for guild battles, they'll adjust the tying system. I guess they're seeing a lot of tied guild battles, so they fixed that. And then for this high-level content, I think that might have been a two-headed dragon from before. You can check more easily where you are as far as unlocking rewards, and they'll make it easier to check your own high score fighting the boss. And then summoning the raid summon, you'll be able to do more than 10 pulls at one time. And then for the UI in the menus, They'll make it easier to look at Esper resonances, and then also like resonance between units. And they'll also improve the sorting of characters with resonance and Espers. Let's see, when you level up abilities, they'll let you raise multiple abilities at once, or you can do like 10 levels of a certain ability. And then when the game is on auto farm, you'll get like, not a screensaver, but like a low power mode, and then it will show you badges if like you got a raid appearance or the Whimsy shop or stuff like that. Let's see, during multiplayer quests you can choose to turn off battle animations. That was something long time coming. And then you can turn off abilities for Trustmasters and Espers. Let's see, during battle you'll be able to turn off auto farm on and off. And then they will allow you to play those 3 times a day quests more often. That might be for some kind of currency. Okay, next let's look at August and September. August they will introduce, or rather reintroduce, the limited time guild battles. They tried to do this before with like male teams and female teams, but couldn't make it work for some reason. And they will improve the AI, so they will do better with gimmicks that are on screen. I think there were like damage panels in the latest story, so maybe the artificial intelligence there will handle that better. Let's see, you can set jobs and subjobs and abilities and then save them for like different types of content, maybe like guild farming or raids or something. And they will allow you to use the copy party function right before you go into a quest. And then they'll fix the AI so that it's better at like chaining or like doing certain things like breaking a barrier like on a defensive unit. And then this is kind of funny. They'll change the treasure chest AI so that characters will not grab treasure chests if it's within the area of effect of some upcoming attack. That makes a lot of sense. In the shop, they will fix or improve the slide bar. That's nice. It's very hard to hit that little button. For crafting, they will upgrade it so that you can go straight from just like nothing to like a +3 or something if you have enough materials. That'll be very nice. At the end of a session of auto farming, they'll give you a screen which will have all of the results of the stuff that you farm. That's very nice. And then they will enable chat within battle. This will be great for raids, other multiplayer stuff. And then September and beyond, they will add equipment skins. And then what this is that you can, like for example, equip a Nagnarok on a character, but you can use the skin, and then the character in battle will look like that it's holding a different weapon. This could be cool if like you are a fan of a certain weapon on a certain character. Like maybe you put that Nagnarok on like Terra in the future, but you want the skin so that she's using Atma weapon or something, I don't know. I think some months ago there was a data mine and they showed like art for you know, specific swords or something for specific characters. It would be funny if you could get just the skin for that weapon, but then you never actually get the weapon. And then further improvements to the guild battle. Again, looks like they will work on ties. Maybe give some different parameters for how to decide who is the winner there. And then also, while guild battles are in session, you can like check the attack teams and the defense teams as they're going back and forth in real time. That's cool. And then you can also check your own defensive party, but also the enemy party's attack teams. That's kind of cool. And then here for the guild in the barracks, it says you can set the faith somehow. Maybe it's a thing where you can like, you know, choose like a value, you know? Say you wanted to keep a character at 50, maybe you could just set the faith to 50 and then however long you keep them in there, they'll just stay there. That would be useful. And let's see, easier ways to look at your rankings. easier ways to access the news, an option to look at the battles of your friends. That's cool. Let's see, for raids, a quicker way to get into rooms, okay? And then for the home screen, they will add voices to MR units and below. Okay, next, let's talk about the second part of the Final Fantasy IV collaboration. Cecil will come out tomorrow, and then he'll just be available on his banner. But from August 1st, then Kyne and Rosa will be available, as well as the Demon Wall, Esper. Some people are upset that they are releasing 3 URs all at the same time, or nearly the same time. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm happy that these 3 characters that I love so much are all getting the UR treatment. But if I am to go for any of them, I'm probably just going to have to pick one and then just say goodbye to the other 2. At this moment, I'm leaning towards Rosa because her kit looks very cool. But I also really want Kyne. He is the reason why I love Dragoons so much in all the Final Fantasy games. I even loved using Dragoons in Brave Exvius when they were not very popular. And like, I would use Folin, and I really loved it when Folin got his 7-star because he got the time jump. And then I used him to beat like Odin and Leviathan. I was very proud of those videos that I made of those clears. I'll put a link to those videos as well in the description. Another thing about Rosa that looks very good is that she will have Holy. And so that could mean that she has the White Mage sub-job, or maybe Holy is part of her main job, which is the Baron White Mage, I think it was. But yeah, she'll be a bow user. I think Athena, she owes a lot of her design to Rosa. And then maybe I made the right choice in skipping Bikini Lilith, because then I can go for Rosa, who is technically another UR hunter. But now I have a couple bows with some interesting status effects on them, so that's another reason why I'm kind of leaning towards Rosa. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do with the coming Final Fantasy IV collaboration. I'm going to skip Cecil as much as it breaks my heart. And then I'm going to wait for the second part of the collaboration, and then I'm going to pull for the Demon Wall. In the live stream, they said his Esper board will focus more on resistances, and as you know, I like the resistances. My hope is that he gets 25% resistance to magic. That would be the highest in the game, and I feel like my magic resistance is not as good. And then, in my quest to pull Demon Wall, if I pull either Kyne or Rosa, then I will go ahead and start working on them. But you never know, the collaboration might start and I might want to go after one of the characters anyway, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so that was the news in Global and JP, and also a rundown of the live stream from last night. Alright, thanks for watching and we'll see you again. Take care.